Let's get it. So we got YouTube here. YouTube. We got Facebook here. Should be able to add some people. I'm looking for some people. Let's see. Strictly. So today, there we go. Invite. Perfect. So today we are talking about how to speed up fat loss with keto fasting, which a lot of people don't know what that is. People, usually ask me what the hell is keto fasting. All right. So we're going to talk about that today, what it is and how you can lose up to 1 pound a day of fat. Sounds crazy, I know. But when you know the science, you know the science, okay? First of all, I want to know what y'all think about the hairdo, the hairstyle. All right. No, I'm not growing locks, but I'm just trying it out. I want to see what it looks like. So I figured I'd do a little something different. But so today with the keto fasting and how to lose, I'm losing about 1 pound a day of fat, not just weight, because in 3 days of fasting, keto fasting, I lost 7 pounds. So for me, knowing what happens with that process, I know that out of 7 pounds, it was probably about 3 pounds fat loss. So with that being said, what do you do? How do you do it? And what are we going to be doing? She said, is that Tay? That's right. It's Tay. Yeah. So I got the different switching it up. But yeah, keto fasting is fairly new. A lot of people don't know about it. Some people just fast without, I guess I could say without knowing how to do so. So some people just fast and, they follow what I'm doing or they follow what their best YouTube, Instagram friend is doing. Oh, I heard 24-hour fasting is great, which it is. However, what's going on, people? Come on in. So what most people don't realize is that when you're fasting, in order to reap the benefits of fat loss, like fast fat loss, you have to be fat adapted. So what does that mean? All right. So being fat adapted basically means that your body is running on fat now, not carbs, because most of you get headaches. Most of you get low energy. Most of you feel like crap. Ladies, you get hangry when you fast or go. Some people go like 1 meal without food and they get hangry. Why? Because you're not fat adapted. And you can have a lot of stored fat on your stomach. But guess what? If you're not fat adapted, the body's not even going to touch it. It's not going to tap in it. It's not going to tap into the fat. It's only relying on carbohydrates. Why? Because it's very hard to break into lipolysis. Lipolysis is basically the transformation or the breakdown of fat. So if you're not fat adapted, the body wants to do carbs. Okay. So you get these headaches, you get these low energy, you get hangry, ladies. All of these things start happening because your body wants carbs. And because you're not eating at all, guess what? The body's it's pissed at you. So it's going to give you those little signs. So how do we get away from that? How do we get away from the headaches? How do we get into fasting? How do we get fat adapted? How do we do these things? Rule number 1, you must start eating higher fats and lower carbohydrates. Why is that important? Well, first of all, it's important because if you're giving your body too many carbohydrates, it's not going to burn the fat. It's like, no. I'll just take the carbs. Carbs and fats are your 2 energy sources, okay? The easiest one to break down is carbohydrates. So if you give the body carbohydrates, it's going to take this one all day. It's going to store the fat. This is why people think when you eat fat, you get fat, because they're eating carbohydrates with the fat, all right? You can't give the body 2 sources. It's only going to pick one. So what we have to do is raise one, okay? So some people do good on a high carb, low fat diet. Some people do good. Most of my clients, okay, all of my clients around the world do better with higher fat, lower carb. So what we're doing is we're raising the fat. 100 grams, 150 grams, 200 grams of fat, bringing the carbs down to 100 grams, 50 grams, 20 grams of fat. And what this does, and this is on a plant-based diet, and what this does is this allows the body to say, okay, they're not going to give me carbs anymore, so I'm going to start burning fat. And that's going to be fat that you eat and fat that you have on your stomach, all right? So that's what that is. What's up, Chrissy? So yeah, that's pretty much how we get down with the whole prepping the body for fat loss. When you want to go to the next level and you want to start fasting and incorporating fasting, if you've been doing that high fat thing, your body's already like geared up for fasting. So it's like, okay, we got this fasting thing ready. We can do this fasting thing. So, I got fat, especially if you're not, if you're not skinny, you got enough fat to hold you for a couple days, maybe even weeks, maybe even months. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was 400 pounds and he fasted for 1 year on just water and minerals. Okay. I know that sounds crazy to some of y'all. He didn't eat for a year. Yeah, he didn't eat for a year. So it's possible if you have the stored fat. All right. So for a lot of people, they don't get this because in our society, yes, it's weird to skip meals. I get it. Most people we've never skipped meals in our life. And for some people, it's a mentality of being poor. Okay. So if you're not eating, you're poor. If you're not eating, a lot of people notice that, when you're not eating, or if you're poor, you try to look like you're not poor. So you eat a lot or you buy nice things that you probably can't afford. It's the same way. Our whole mentality is messed up as Americans, especially. But I'm dealing with people. I have clients in Australia. I have clients in London, Canada, actually in Norway. And these people have different mindsets, but still they're bogged down by some of the same stuff. So that's what we're dealing with. I have enough fat to last a year. And see, but honestly though, it's funny, when you think about it, but at the same time, you're right. Like most of us do. Most of us have enough fat to last for a couple months. And the more we continue to eat, the less we're going to lose weight. That's it. If you have stored fat, why we not tapping into the stored stuff? Why we keep giving the body food? So that's why we're dealing with the whole fasting thing today. Levon, what's up, girl? Let's see. Stephanie on YouTube has a question. Are we working out while doing this kind of fast? Yes. What I usually recommend, even what I've done, and if you're on Facebook or my Instagram, you'll notice that I've been posting my ketones. I've been posting my weight each day based on my scale. I have like this fancy scale app, and it'll show you my muscle gain, my fat loss, my weight. It'll show you everything. And right now it's showing 7 pounds down. Now, how did I do that? To answer your question, Stephanie, I worked out every day while I was fasting. I literally just broke my fast. I planned on doing 4 days, but I stopped it a little after 3. So it ended up, so it's 3-day fast is 72 hours. I broke the fast at 74 hours. And the reason why is because I'm going to play basketball in the morning, and there's no way I'm going to get on the court and be any good with a higher intensity sport. So being a high intensity sport, I can't be fasted. I will need the carbs. So I had a few carbs. I didn't eat a lot of calories today. I had 2 bottles of olives. Love my olives, high fat. And then I had 3 avocados and a whole head of cauliflower. Most of you are like, damn, that's a lot of food, but it's really not. It's really not. I eat a lot, and that's very small for me. That was only like 1,900 calories. Tomorrow, I will really break my fast, and I'll have about 4,000 calories. So that's kind of how I do it. You have to go back into eating slowly. You can't jump back in super fast. So do it slowly. But yeah, if you're going to work out during your fast, make sure that you cut it down. Like, I don't want people to think you can continue to do the same things you usually do on your workout days. You have to cut it down. So shrink it by 50% maybe. If you work out for an hour, work out for 30 minutes. If you lift 100 pounds, lift 50 pounds more times. And then if you're going to do cardio, which I suggest, just walk. Small incline, 5.0 incline, about 2 miles an hour for an hour. If you walk, just chilling and walking for an hour, that is a natural form of cardio. If we were in the jungle and you were fasting, you would walk. And this is how we lose weight. So it's very low and it burns fat the whole time. So if you do that every day that you're fasted, you're going to lose more weight than just not eating. So not eating is going to make you lose weight. But if you walk as well and possibly do some more cardio or working out, you're going to lose more weight. So that's what's going on. Let's see what Chrissy said. Chrissy said, I just did a fast too for 3.5 days. That's what I'm talking about. Just finished the day. We on the same wavelength. That's what I'm talking about. Can I do 30-minute hit cardio? No, 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 no. Here's where I come in as the coach, the trainer. The reason why we don't do hit cardio fasted like that long is because hit cardio is anaerobic, which means you need carbohydrates for anaerobic activity, which means you still can do it, but one, your intensity is going to be poo. You're not going to be able to keep up with high intensity. Two, it's not a fat burning thing. It's more of a carb burning thing. So now your body's going to be forced to break down fats and give it fast burning carbs. So high intensity, I usually never suggest that, because what happens, possibly, more than likely, you start breaking down muscle. Okay. And this is the big kicker. So people who are afraid to lose the muscle, you don't need to be doing high intensity cardio on a fast, like an extended fast. Anything past 24 hours, no high intensity cardio, which is why I broke my fast, because hooping, playing basketball, is higher intensity. And I'm not trying to lose none of this muscle that I done built. So that's why we do what we do. And that's the biggest reason why you don't want to do high intensity cardio. Low intensity, walk, do the elliptical. You can even do a bike like cycling. It's totally fine, but make sure it's low intensity. Let's see. I got a question on YouTube first. Do you find women lose fat this way? Yes. Fellas lose weight really fast. No fair. The reason why fellas lose weight a lot faster is because we have more muscle mass. Muscle burns fat. That's just usually what it is. Not only that, women have the unfortunate part of having more water stored, one, and two, their body is more resistant. Ladies, your body is more resistant to losing weight. Why? Because you need more weight than we do for a healthy menstrual cycle. When a woman hits under 15% body fat, 15, 16, she loses her menstrual cycle. So the body is very resistant to super fast weight loss. So that's another reason why men lose weight faster, because we can get down to 9-10% body fat and still be okay and function perfectly. A woman gets too low, 15-16%, and stuff goes wrong. She can't have kids, or it's harder to have kids, or menstrual cycle is a little off. So I've found that it still works for my women, because honestly, 90% of my online clients are women, and all of them are losing weight with this protocol. Everybody who comes into my program, we do something like this because it's fast. It works fast. He said, I blame Eve. Or she said, I blame Eve. It's not Eve's fault. How long can I fast? It's up to you. Do you just have water during the 3 days? Yes, I only had water during the 3 days. And yes, you can fast as long as you want. I have personally fasted up to 6 days, just water. If you go past 24, maybe even 48 hours, I would personally suggest either one. You need to do a lot of research. Okay. Dr. Jason Fung, Fung, has a book called The Complete Guide to Fasting. It's a really great book, and it'll kind of teach you how to do it on your own. Outside of what I'm teaching you, but it'll give you all the ins and outs. When you get a headache, do your electrolytes or your salt, things like that. So yeah, you can go as long as you want. It's up to you. But to finish Stephanie's question, yes, it works for women. Now, of course, we have to do fasting. When you fast, you can't do caloric restriction. That's the key. So people fast and then they also drop their calories. That's a no-no. What we need to do is called feast and famine. Feast and famine, which means you need to fast, and then you need to come in and eat as much food as possible, high fat, low carb though. Okay? Because what happens is this upregulates what we call leptin. Okay, so the thyroid, the endocrine system makes a hormone called leptin. Leptin is the hormone that tells your body, hey, we get enough food, you can burn fat. You can keep burning, keep the fire burning. Now, the opposite is if you are lowering your calories and you're fasting, leptin down regulates. What that means is if you have down regulated leptin, I don't care what you do, the body's like, no. We're going to hold on to our food because we're starving. So we're not going to burn fat. We're not going to burn what you're eating. No. So what we need to do is make sure while we're fasting, we need to be up regulating the leptin by eating more. So on the days that you do eat, you need to be eating higher calories, getting or eat till full. That's the way we do it, okay? Because the body really doesn't know what a calorie is. That's some new shit we made up. The body, excuse my language, but the body doesn't know what a calorie is. Basically, what we realize is fibers, minerals, nutrients. We know when we've had enough. So eat until you've had enough. The good stuff, like I said, you still got to keep the carbs low because we don't want to spike insulin. Insulin is what's going to cause you to gain a little fat, okay? That's most of our problems. So let's see, can you take Magic Mouse when fat? Yes. I actually suggest it because of the minerals. Magic Mouse is super high in magnesium, potassium, and iodine. These are the three things you're going to need on keto and on fasting. So if you're doing a keto diet, high fat, low carbs, you're going to need the magnesium, you're going to need the potassium, you're going to need the sodium because we're flushing out a lot of water and carbohydrates. And when you lead with water being flushed, also comes minerals being flushed. So you need to replace the minerals and the electrolytes. If you don't, this is the reason why people get headaches and what you call keto flu. This is why, because they don't have the electrolytes. They're not replacing the potassium or the magnesium. So definitely take it. It's definitely okay to take while you're fasting. And even like I have people do sea salt as well. So, or pink Himalayan salt. Perfect. Let's see. I did a 4-day fast, but I felt like I gained it back. Yes. And this is what I'm talking about. A lot of people gain their weight back for a few reasons. One, you're not eating right when you do go and eat. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm breaking the fast today. I'm going to have pizza, fries. I've been craving all this stuff. Well, that's an insulin. All of that stuff is going to cause an insulin response, which once again, insulin is anabolic, means to grow. So when you go back and you eat a bunch of carbohydrates after you fast, guess what? Here comes the weight again because insulin is being created, which means you're going to store some fat. Also, what people don't realize is that with every 1 gram of carbohydrate holds 4 grams of water. So if you go and eat more carbohydrates and it stores as glycogen, that glycogen is also going to pull in more water, which means this is how people can gain like 10 pounds in a weekend. So you gotta break. And this is what I mean by people aren't fasting correctly, because if you're gonna do it right, you have to, or if you're gonna do it, period, you have to do it right, or it won't be beneficial. So I just told you all that I'm fasting for, or I just finished a 3-day and like 3-hour fast, and I lost 7 pounds. And I don't have a lot of weight to lose. I'm fairly lean. If you look at my scale and everything, I'm about 10, 11% body fat. So I really don't have a lot of fat to lose, but I still lost 7 pounds. Now, I can guarantee you, and I'm going to weigh myself in tomorrow and I'll post everything. I can guarantee you that I'm going to gain 3 of those pounds back at least. However, science says that every time we fast, for every 24 hours we fast, we lose at least 0.5 pounds of fat. So what that means is, and now I supercharged that because I'm fat adapted and I did cardio while I was fasting. So what that means is I supercharged it and probably got 1 pound of fat. So I lost 3 pounds in 3 days of fat. However, I lost a total of 7 pounds. So what'll happen is I'll go back and eat, and my muscle glycogen will take me, I'll gain about 4 pounds of muscle glycogen again because I'll eat some carbs. However, those 3 pounds of fat loss will stay consistent. They'll stay off. They will not come back because I did it right. Now, if you don't do it right, you'll gain all of it back, okay? Because you'll start storing fat again. That's the part of doing it right and tweaking it. So let's see, we got some questions on YouTube. So do I just do water and Magic Mouse and nothing else? Pretty much, yeah. Some people dry fast and they don't do anything, but that's like next level stuff. So I don't even dry fast. But yeah, that's perfect. Just do that. And kind of a few days before you eat, start doing some high fat foods, low carb, so your body gets used to eating fat and burning fat. If you do that, it's a wrap. You're gonna lose some good weight. That's kind of what we do. And when I say we, I mean myself and my clients. I truly appreciate the knowledge you offer. It's a lot of information, but it makes sense. I have to relearn how to eat for good cellular health. Yes, and I appreciate that. But yeah, it's a totally different, mindset. But to I guess calm everybody down who is worried about fasting because it sounds unhealthy or sickly. Let's just think about it here. Okay. Now I got some people on here that aren't religious, and I have some that are very religious. If you look at almost any and every religion, they tell you to fast. As a matter of fact, I know in Christianity, God actually says, not if you fast, but when you fast is when I will be there with you the most. All right. So you want to get closer to God, you need to fast. Okay. But it's in Ramadan or when you get into dealing with Ramadan for Muslims, you get into what is it called for Yom Kippur for people who are Jewish. When you get into Buddhism, they tell you to fast. Hinduism, they tell you to fast. It's in every religion, and it's for a reason. Not only that, this is something we've been doing for thousands of years. Everybody has a feast and famine cycle. Everybody had one. Thing is, now we've learned how to produce foods to where we don't have those famines. So now we stay fed fully. Like we stay fed all day, every day, for weeks, for months, for years, and we don't go without food. And guess what? That's why we are sick because we're not getting the benefits of fasting. So that's why that's what I use to calm people down, because it's like, oh, this sounds scary. We haven't been doing this. No, we've been doing this for thousands of years. What we actually haven't been doing is eating every 3 to 4 hours, or eating every day, all day. We have never done that. Maybe the last 50 years. But notice in the last 50 years, cancer has increased, diabetes have increased, obesity has increased. All of this stuff has increased. So if you want to stay in sync with God, or in sync, if you're not religious, if you want to stay in sync with nature, your body, you should be fasting. Okay, at least twice a week. So if you don't want to do a 3-day fully fast, do 24 hours, eat 24 more hours. You're good. All right, let's see what else we got. Clear mind, clear spirit. That's right. When I sleep for 8 hours, for example, is that considered like a minor fast? Yes, it is. Which is, this kind of blows people's mind when I say this. You fast when you're asleep. That's why when you wake up, they call it break fast, breakfast, break fast, breakfast. So yes. So when people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, yes, it is. But this is propaganda that you've been told once again, and we don't know exactly what they mean by that. What do they mean it's the most important meal of the day? What's the most important meal of the day? Not because you need to eat it in the morning. It's the most important meal of the day because you need to break your fast eventually. So it's important to break the fast and have breakfast. But this doesn't mean you need eggs and pancakes or biscuits and sausage. That's not what that means. We've been drummed into this whole like mind screwing that makes us think, oh, that's what breakfast is. No, breakfast just means to break the fast. That is it. So however long you fast, you got to have breakfast eventually because you got to break the fast. So that's why breakfast is the most important meal of the day. My mama says, you speak the truth. I appreciate that. Moms, that's what's up. So yeah, this is something we've been doing for a long time, especially, if we get into like Black history, we've been fasting for a long time. So this is something that I'm trying to bring back to our community. This is something, and I've been doing this for like years. Like I had somebody on my Facebook when I put up the fast, or I'm doing a 4-day fast. Somebody was like, oh, make sure you do this and make sure you do that. And in my mind, I'm like, well, buddy, I've been fasting for like 10 years almost. Like I've been doing this a long time. And not only that, like I'm more studied in this than a lot of people, not just trainers, but doctors, because most of you all know I train doctors. So I teach doctors how to help their patients fast, or how for them to fast. So, and when I say doctors, I mean like Vanderbilt doctors, like people who went to Harvard. Like these are, top of the line doctors who haven't been taught this stuff. So I'm working with them to teach them how to do it for their clients. So, or for their patients. They have patients. I have clients. All right. So yeah, we do a lot of this fasting and stuff clinically. I'm working with some heavy hitters out there, and it's showing and proving to be exactly what people need. So let's see, what is magic moss? Magic moss is a sea vegetable, which also will be a conglomerate of sea vegetables pretty soon. I'm not going to spoil it, but it is a sea vegetable that is very high in minerals. Our body has 102 minerals. Magic moss has 92 of them. Okay, and the other 10 are precious metals like gold, rhodium, silver, things like that. So we take that during our fast and or doing keto daily, so that we replace all the minerals that we lose by flushing out fat and flushing out water. So that's what magic moss is. Let's see, can you give me an example of what to eat when I break the fast? Yes. So when you break the fast, the number one thing you want to do is focus on very clean, very easily digestible foods. Me personally, like I said, I had 3 avocados today when I broke my fast, and I had 2 bottles of olives. Now, these are all high-fat, low-carbohydrate meals, and I'm more of a mono meal eating type of person. So I don't really, I don't get into the whole, give me some recipes that taste like pizza, but it's, no. We eat clean, we eat simple. All right, give me 3 avocados and some olives, and I'll eat that. Okay, I don't do the whole recipe. Now I have recipes, free recipes. If you go to my IG, click the link in the bio, you'll see the recipes there. They're keto, they're low fat. You can go get them there. My IG is I am the vegan trainer, and make sure you like while you're there, because I had to start a new page. So I'm trying to get back to 75,000 followers. We're at 5,000 right now, so I appreciate everybody who is following and doing this whole journey together. But we got to build the family back up to 75,000 and even more. So since I've started this new page, I'm definitely serving everybody the best way that I can. So let's see. You lose weight while you are asleep. Yes, you lose weight while you sleep, but it's really up to you what you do after your sleep. So if you're eating the wrong stuff, you're not even getting the benefits of sleeping. Let's see. I'm comfortable with fasting, but I have not fasted for 24 hours. So yeah, just go dinner to dinner. That's the easiest way to do it. Dinner to dinner. That is a 24-hour fast. So if you stop eating today at 7 p.m., tomorrow you can eat at 7 p.m. Just stay busy. That's how I do it. Let's see. So I have a private meeting or a private live chat that I have to get to in about 3 minutes. So go ahead and ask all of y'all's questions, because I got to get out of here. When people pay, I got to make sure I'm on time. Okay. I don't want to be the black guy who shows up late. So we can't do that. But no, seriously though, go ahead and ask all your questions. I got about 3 minutes. And he's in a different time zone, so I got to make sure I'm prompt. Let's see, meal plan for high-fat vegan options. Yes, I do make. Now, I not only make meal plans, but I have the coaching that goes with it. Why? Because if I make you a nutrition plan for 12 weeks, I can guarantee, I've been doing this for 12 years, I can guarantee you that somewhere in the 12 weeks, you're going to hit a plateau. And if I pre-made it, guess what? That plateau is going to continue. However, with coaching, you tell me, hey, I've plateaued, I'm not losing any more weight. I go in and I recreate something. I switch, I move carbs up so we get higher carb days, or I move a fast, or I move something, or I up your calories, or I down your carbs, or it's so many variables. So yeah, I do offer meal plan coaching, and I give the workouts for free. So you get the workouts free with that. Anybody who wants that, just DM me or private message me. I'll get that to you. That's what I do. And all of my clients have 24-hour walkie-talkie access to me. So we get this thing done. Let's see. Sherry said, I do this. Love it. Waistline went from 36 to 32. That's what I'm talking about. High energy. She said, okay, why haven't I seen you on there? I don't know. On where? What are you talking about? I'm not real active on Facebook. I do a lot of my time on YouTube and Instagram. So that might be where you never really see me on Facebook. Right now, you can't buy Magic Moss. They're shut down for a little while. But like I said, we got some good stuff coming because I'm part of that company. My first week was the hardest. First week is the hardest. How much protein do you believe will kick you out of ketosis and spike the insulin response? It just depends. Anything over 100 grams, especially for women, usually does that. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, on IG, somebody just asked about IG. on IG. I am the vegan trainer. Go hit me up. I answer all DMs via video chat, like video. So if you got any questions, go to IG. That's where I'm most active, and hit me up. All right. So I gotta go. I'm sorry. I'm right at that time. I'm sure he's gonna be coming in pretty soon. So we're gonna do a video chat person one-on-one. So I gotta let y'all go. All right, because he paid. So I gotta make sure I serve him as well. So I'll holler at you all. Hope you enjoyed the live. And of course, I'll be back soon. All right. I am the vegan trainer, and I'll talk to you all soon. Peace out.